We have studied in previous videos that semaphore is an integer variable which is used in a mutual exclusion manner by various concurrent cooperative processes in order to achieve synchronization. Okay. So there are two types of semaphores, counting and binary type. Counting semaphores are used to control access to a given resource consisting of finite number of instances. The value of the counting semaphore can range over an unrestricted domain. Counting semaphores can be used to control access to a given resource consisting of a finite number of instances. The semaphore is initialized to the number of resources available. Each process that wishes to use a resource performs a wait operation on the semaphore, okay, thereby decrementing the count. And when a process releases a resource, it performs a signal operation by incrementing the count. When the count for the semaphore goes to 0, all resources are being used. After that, processes that wish to use a resource will block until the count becomes greater than 0. So, as we have seen in previous video, we generally use S to represent the semaphore, and this S is a variable which we have used, okay, to represent the semaphore. So in binary, we can have either the value 0 or 1, okay. But in counting semaphores, the value can be anything. So for example, if the printer is there, okay, printer is a resource, okay, we can have 5 instances of this printer. So the value of that counting semaphore will be 5. So it may be like this, S5. Okay. So whenever the resources, more number of resources are there, we are going to use a type of semaphore which is counting. Okay, counting semaphore we are going to use. For example, that's what I told just now. For example, if we have printer, the counting semaphore can have 5 instances of printer. We can initialize this printer semaphore to 5. In binary semaphores, we can have 0 or 1. We can use binary semaphores to deal with the critical section problem for multiple processes, which we have already learned. I had also mentioned that time that we can use semaphores to solve various synchronization problems. For example, consider two concurrently running processes, P1 with a statement S1. P1 with a statement S1. So P1 has a statement S1 and P2 has a statement S2. Okay. Suppose we require that S2 to be executed only after S1 has completed. Okay. We can implement this scheme readily by letting P1 and P2 share a common semaphore sync initialized to 0 and by inserting the statement. So what is our condition? That P1 should complete the task first. After completing the task of P1, then only P2 should enter the critical section. So this we can do it using a semaphore that we have already seen, okay, binary semaphore. Now we'll see the disadvantages of semaphores. Okay, first it requires busy waiting. What is the meaning of this? Whenever the process, suppose there are two processes P1 and P2, and P1 is already in the critical section, so that time P2 cannot enter the critical section. So P2 has to wait till P1 completes its job. Okay, so this is called as busy waiting. So this is the first disadvantage. Second, semaphore provides effective and powerful tool for enforcing mutual exclusion for coordinating process. So this is very true. But here the problem is, since the programmer is going to write this, okay, what programmer should write? Programmer should place this critical section in between wait and signal function. Okay. By mistake, if the programmer, instead of writing wait first, okay, and signal at the last, if programmer writes wait or signal and wait, then there will be a problem in the program. Okay, and it will be very difficult to trace the problem. So this is known as generally this is known as timing errors. Okay, and this is unacceptable. Okay, so how to overcome this disadvantage? Okay, what is the solution for this? Is to use monitors. Okay, to use monitors. So to overcome these problems, monitors are used, which is a high-level synchronization construct. A monitor type is an abstract data type that is used for process synchronization. A monitor is a software module consisting one or more procedures, an initialization sequence, and a local data set. Now we'll see the characteristics of monitor. Okay, the local data variables are accessible only by the monitor's procedure and not by an external procedure. Okay. Second, a process enters the monitor by invoking one of its procedure. Third, only one process may be executing in the monitor at a time. Any other processes that has invoked the monitor are blocked, waiting for the monitor to become available. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? So there is a construct called as monitor. It's just like a class in Java. Okay. So just like a class in Java. Here in this monitor, suppose there are local variables, okay, and the procedures, and these are different processes P1, P2, P3. Okay. So if P1 wants to access the variable A, P1 cannot access variable directly. Okay. P1 has to go through the procedure, and procedure will give the access to the variable A. Okay. Similarly for P2 and P3. Now another thing is P1, when P1 is in the monitor, that time P2 cannot enter into the monitor. So at a particular time, only one process will be there in the monitor. So in this way, the monitor ensures the mutual exclusion. Okay. So when P1 is there inside the monitor, and if P1 wants some other event to happen, like for example, P1 is waiting for I operation when it is inside the monitor, that time P1 will go in block state. Okay, this we have seen, this concept we have already studied. That process is requesting for I operation, and that time process will go in block state. Okay, so whenever the process will go in block state, okay, what should happen ideally? The next process which is there in the queue should come in the monitor. So this is what is happening here. Okay, this is what is happening here. So there are condition variables, okay? There are condition variables which are used in monitor. So mutual exclusion is enforced as the monitor allows only one process at a time. The data variable, that is shared variable or common resource in the monitor, can be accessed by only one process at a time. Monitor also supports synchronization for concurrent processes by using condition variables. Suppose process is in the monitor and it is blocked until some condition is satisfied. Then the process should release the monitor so that some other process may enter it. When the condition is satisfied, okay, whenever the condition is satisfied, just now I told that the process is waiting for I operation and that operation is over. Okay, so process will be unblocked. Okay, and the monitor is again available. The process should be resumed and allowed to re-enter the monitor at the same point of its suspension. This entire operation is managed by condition variables. They are contained within the monitor and accessible only within the monitor. Condition variables are a special type of data type in monitors. So here we have shown that there are two condition variables, C wait C and C signal C. Okay. So what is the function of what is the C wait function? It suspends the execution of the calling process on condition C. Means suppose P1 is there in monitor right now, and it wants some event to happen. Okay, so the conditional condition to happen. So monitor will suspend this P1. It will be suspended, and the next process which is there in the queue, okay, can come into the monitor. So that is what C wait is doing. What is C signal? It resumes execution of some process blocked after a C wait on the same condition. So whenever P1 finishes its job, okay, the I operation is over, okay. So P1 should be able to come back to the monitor and start executing the process at the point where it has left. Okay. So if there are several such type of block processes in the queue, okay, block processes means the block processes which are unblocked and waiting in the queue uh, for entering into the monitor. Okay, so one of the process can be selected and enter into the monitor. If there is no process in the queue, then the monitor will not do anything. Okay, so important to know that here these wait and signal operations are different than which we have seen in the semaphore.